Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. Come back soon.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Hey, fellas, don't fight over that hot dog. There's plenty for everyone. Big, plump, and juicy, wrapped in an oven-fresh bun. Add mustard, relish, ketchup, and go to work. Yes, the hot dogs at our refreshment center are the best you'll find anywhere. Everybody agrees on that.
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Thirsty? The refreshment stand is open with everything to satisfy your taste buds. Here's the menu: the hottest, freshest, crunchiest popcorn, each kernel popped to its fullest with that real movie time taste. Cold drinks. You'll find your favorite ice cold, tasty, and thirst quenching. And hot dogs, hamburgers, and candy too. Now a short intermission, so you'll have time to make your selection before the show begins.
It's 2 minutes till showtime.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Top quality hamburgers, the most popular snack in the country. We serve them plain or garnished to your taste.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Just 1 minute to go.
And now, on with the show.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us, and we extend a cordial welcome to you. We've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on our giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Hello, fellow humans, and welcome to my stream. As always, I'd like to extend a welcome to all the non-human identifying sentient creatures who may be out there today, as well as any of the non-sentients who are enjoying some poker action today. There's plenty of those around as well, so you don't like to exclude anyone here on the Mothership. Welcome, welcome, welcome. At the moment, we just got 2 games running. I would normally be in the Comet Nano as well for a 3rd game at the moment, but it did not run today, so we are not in it. I've decided I'm no longer playing the Dark Matter Nano because it's not worth my time. Even when I win, I just kind of feel it's nice to win, but I feel hollow because the money doesn't mean anything to me anymore. So it was really exciting the first time I won that, and the 5th and the 6th time, it's like, yeah. Another $3, another $3, another $3. No big deal. So we're not playing them anymore. So at the moment, the only 2 games we've got that are in our bankroll at this time of day are the €1 Falling Star and the €2 Singularity. We're in both of those. €1 Falling Star right here, €2 Singularity right here. Not doing amazingly well in either of them, but we're still got chips. We're still playing hands. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just doing a little bit of Twitter work. We're going to get rid of both of these hands while I do a little bit more Twitter work. Alrighty, that is done. Hello, shopper. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Always good to have you here on the Mothership. Could be in some trouble here on the falling star. Ismail Fish is like super, super, super active. Put in a big raise on the button. We called with our ace jack, but we probably should have reshoved preflop with our ace jack against his range because he's like super active. There's nothing we can do about it now, I don't think. Even with the backdoor clubs there. But it's your own fault for not playing our hand more aggressively preflop in this case. Pair of jacks on the singularity table. Got a raise in front of us. This is going to be a 3-bet spot, I'm pretty sure. Probably go to something like 600 or a bit more. Hey, Raj, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, he's an imposter. He's an imposter. Yeah, that looks like a good 3-bet size. And I mean, I guess we call it off here. There's a lot of hands we're racing against, but we're going to be in good shape against a lot of stuff that he shoves here as well, I think. Come on, diamonds. For fuck's sakes. Yeah, we got Who is Elron 66 on our table with us. Although maybe not for long because we've just obviously had a Minor setback with our jacks there against the ace-king when the ace-king runs out ahead of us. Just been our lot in life the last little while. We had just horrible brutes yesterday. Just some horrible beats yesterday. Let's see if there's anything on my... Right, yeah, so just as a nice example, yesterday in the 100, or in the Black Hole Nano, the way I went out was with queens, where I raised, I got called, I bet, and bet, I got called, and I got called by a 5-4 who flopped a pair of fives, called me down until he rivered a 4 and hit me with 2 pair of 5-4. So yeah, that was a perfect example of how my day went yesterday. So I was like super tilted yesterday. Looks like today's going about the same way. We're getting the jacks crushed by the ace king there. So seems pretty standard. Yeah, I think everybody's playing Elrond now, Raj. It's yeah. I think as Shopper says, I think it's a standard part of the terms and conditions now. One of the things you agree to when you sign that button is that your first avatar alias will be some variation of Elrond 66. Some leniency has been granted for variations such as Elrond 69 and Elrond Cat 88, I think, but you know. Alrighty, well, I guess we're getting the rest of our chips in here. Yeah, I see them. Wow, somehow we managed to double up against the tens there. Give him the walk this time. So right, so that was the Told you guys the Queen's getting beat by the 5-4 for my bust out in the black hole. My bust out in the €2 singularity. Let's have a look at that one. What was that one like? Oh yes, I raised, and I got called by the big blind. The flop with Jack Queen. The flop comes Queen 6-3 2 clubs. I bet on that flop basically bet 500, which is like half the pot. He raises me all in. I call off with top pair. He is playing Queen 5 with the 5 of clubs in his hand. Turn comes 10 of clubs. River comes 8 of clubs. And he flushes out against me with his worst queen after getting all of his money in horribly on the turn. That was the singularity. That was €2 singularity yesterday that we ended on. The Comet Nano. Let's have a look at that one. The last hand of the Comet Nano. That's not the one that we... That one doesn't look like it was the... That's the one that would be the kicker. Let's have a look at that one. So this isn't the last hand, but this is the one that crushed me in the Comet yesterday. We're just gonna jam that in Elron's face. No, that's not the one. Let me. Yeah, I can't find it now, but yeah, it was a pretty brutal day yesterday. Anyways, basically everything I would get my money in astonishingly good spots, and then they would just crush me. So I'm in pretty rough shape in both tournaments now. I've got like just 15 odd, 20 odd big blinds, less than 20 big blinds on the singularity table here, and on the falling star. Got a little bit more than 20 big blinds here, but still pretty short stacked on both of these. So I have to do something. I'll have to do something soon, somewhere. But yeah, Elron 66's God is definitely a new one. I haven't seen that one before. Queen Jack suited in the falling star is a nice little hand to see some cards with. I was snap calling his action. When he's got 2 diamonds there, I'm just screwed. But he's doing that super light so often based on what I've been seeing from his play today. So I was snapping him off 1,000% of the time there. Alrighty, so we are back to a decent stack in the Falling Star now. We've got a potential hand developing here in the Singularity as well. We've got some back doors. It was limped around. I think I'm actually going to throw a bet out into the middle and see if we can't take this down here on the flop. My king high is actually good here some of the time when it's limped pre-flop and checked around on the flop. So that might have even been a value bet. It's hard to say exactly, but let's call it a value bluff. Hang on a sec. Let me have a quick look at those numbers. We ended up I don't actually think I went that deep in the black hole that day. I got second in the Abyss a couple of days ago and second in the black hole last week. But then on Monday, I'm looking here, and it looks like we got second in the Comet Nano. We cashed in the black hole, but it was only a 192 cash, so I'm thinking that's probably wasn't a min cash. I didn't mark down what place I finished on that, but it wouldn't have been a min cash, but it wouldn't have been super deep in that either. Probably the second or the third payout level. So we didn't do terribly in that one, but we cashed both of those for sure. It's been a decent few weeks. I mean, that's why I understand like days like yesterday are just going to happen where, you know, the variance just comes around and just smacks you in the ass over and over and over again. And you just got to roll with those and move on. It feels like it's happening all the time in those spots sometimes, but it does eventually come around again. And it's one of the reasons why you need to play. It's one of the reasons why my bankroll strategy is so conservative. We're getting aggro on Ishmael Fish. Wow! Motherfucker! He just goes fucking runner to hearts. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. I'm getting my money in great. I'm getting called off by people who have no business being in the hand that far, no business calling off. I mean, he had no equity, basically. He's calling off with backdoor draws at best. I think he might have had a gut shot straight at that point. Gut shot straight draw at that point. But so calling off with the gut shot straight draw and backdoor hearts, he didn't even have a pair. I've got top pair, second kicker. He just goes runner hearts on me. That's the way my fucking poker's been going lately, and it's very, very, very frustrating, frankly. You know, we just had a nice double up there to build up a stack. Granted, I didn't need to go that aggro on that, but seriously, it's frustrating to watch that happen. because he's getting rewarded for a completely shitty play, and I'm getting shit on for actually getting value with my hand. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do, right? Other than just go broke there and give asshole idiot my chips, right? I mean, am I just supposed to fold, do a shove there? Am I just supposed to call him off and then call off his shove with the hearts on the turn? You know, he's an idiot, and idiots are fucking beating me all the time, I guess. I mean, it just really feels like I shouldn't even be bothering to play poker when shit like that's gonna happen. Yeah, shopper. Well, that day's extended into 2 for me now, at least. Regged in the Abyss Nano and the Black Hole Nano. To start right after the break. Hello, Piano Cat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to our stream. Such a nice kitty to come by and say hello. We are off on a break. Going to do some something a bit different today to start with. And actually through most of the day, there's actually going to be, the ads are going to be a little bit newer, more from the 70s, probably. These promos run the gamut from old to moderately new, but I just love them. So here we go. Enjoy. We'll be back in a few minutes.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Secret Agents Robert Vaughn and David McCallum continue their fight against the evils of Thrush tonight at 8, 7 Central Time on NBC.
When Thrush European sets out to recruit and train a group of young agents, they leave no stone unturned. They are prepared for every possible mission. Unfortunately for Uncle, the technique works. And it's a highly trained killer we face in our next episode.
Consider the possibility that two clever and intelligent Uncle agents are being led on a wild goose chase by an 18-year-old Superman.
Well, we'll consider it, sir.
Todd, Doc, quick! This is Robert Vaughn. Don't miss the test tube killer affair on this week's Man from U.N.C.L.E.
From the world of tomorrow comes a thrilling new television series, Lost in Space. Here are the amazing adventures of a group of space pioneers marooned on an uncharted planet. Adventure as challenging as tomorrow, as far out as the stars. Spectacle beyond imagination, as the astronauts struggle for survival in a strange new world, where incredible dangers seem to wait at every turn. Intriguing, thrilling, challenging. These are the adventures you'll share. Lost in Space.
Tuesday, a lucky shot makes Richie an instant hero.
Want to go up to Inspiration Point with me? I'll show you my fake.
Oh, Richie, you're such a jock.
Then...
Buns.
Hiya, Pinky. How you?
It's the love story that shook the world.
I love what?
There's drama, action, and romance. Fonzie loves Pinky right after Happy Days.
Don't come near me.
Thursday, John Amos, Ernest Borgnine, and the cop of the future are set up by a girl on the edge. Then a new puppy brings Chrissy and Jack closer together.
Yeah, there's nothing a girl likes more than a little tickle on the tummy.
Knock it off.
Three's Company after Future Cop and Barney Miller. Saturday, the fun starts when Nancy meets Francie, Sunshine's mom.
Actually, we live a very quiet life here. Oh, I want you. And what do you call this? Bad timing.
Then there's a fire at the fishes.
The empty house 2 doors down, it's on fire.
Could Victor be a firebug?
These children are under my supervision.
Go fish!
And Starsky and Hutch are set up by the mob. Right after Blansky's Beauties and Fish. There's nothing quite like them on television. The Bradfords, not your typical family of 8 children.
I don't wear nightgowns anymore, Daddy.
They'll make you laugh 1 minute.
I forgot to kiss you goodnight.
And cry the next. Just like your own family. 8 is enough right after Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley. America's been waiting for a family show about a real family.
Maybe you're just old-fashioned. Yeah, maybe.
A show that reveals the joys and the sorrows.
You better all dig down and find your pennies because this family could be in deep financial trouble.
The triumphs and the defeats of real people.
Mary, would you lay off him? He's just trying to do his job.
The Bradfords are the family. 8 is Enough is the show. Right after Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley.
We're back. Hope you guys enjoyed those promos. I loved the Lost in Space promo. That one was pretty awesome from a wonderful old show. We've got a couple of new games running now. We got the Black Hole Nano and the Abyss Nano both running at the moment. Black Hole is here. Abyss is here. And they're still in the Singularity. Barely. I think we're playing this for what it's worth. We got all the draws. Yeah. Alrighty, so we're down in the Singularity. That was fucking quick. Can't seem to win any of the big buy-in games we go into lately. Every one of those we just get crushed in. So what's happening the past few days, even when I've been going deep in the past few days, it's been in things like the Black Hole Nano and the Abyss Nano. I can't do anything in the big buy-ins. Something developing here on the Black Hole. Ended up flopping top a pair. Backdoor diamonds. Still have top pair. We don't have a backdoor anymore. We're still on top pair. Didn't really want to price out the clubs necessarily. Also a little unclear in these spots whether I should be betting with the intention of getting club draws to pay me off and then take the chance on whether a club's going to come on the river, or whether I should be betting there to end the hand against things like club draws, because I don't really want to have to make a decision again when the club comes on the river, or having given up. Now, granted, I know the club doesn't come on the river very often, 1 in 4 times perhaps, but yeah, I mean, I'm just not 100% sure in those spots whether I should be sizing my bets to get drawing hands to call, or sizing my bets to get drawing hands to fold. I obviously want to size my bets to get hands that I'm beating and that aren't likely to draw out against me to call. But my question is more about those hands that I might actually be beating now, but I may not be beating on the next street because they're clearly drawing to something that's gonna be ahead of anything that I'm gonna be able to make if they hit their draw. So yeah, I've always been a little unclear about where to draw the line there, and whether I want those people to be coming in and then risking losing it on the river, or whether I want to just end the hand there. And man, good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Elronism. Alrighty, so there is we're in the black hole. You can see Elronism there. That's clearly somebody who was listening to the last stream, because I talked about Elronism as the religion I always invent in games like Civilization, when I play games like Civilization on the last stream. So we clearly have people listening to the stream inventing Elrond names based on what I say in the stream. Cool. I can't remember if one of you guys said you were going to make an Elronism name. This is developing here on the Abyss. I know a bunch of you guys were talking about making Elrond names at one point during the last stream, but I don't actually recall anybody saying that they were going to make Elronism. Yeah, there is an Elronism. Gotcha. I understand. So they basically, at that point, they basically need to have 5-to-1 odds in the pot to make it a profitable call for them. And if they have worse than 5-to-1 odds in the pot, then it's a bad call when they make it. And so I shouldn't be too upset when they make a bad call with the pot odds, I think. Thing is, that doesn't really matter when they get there. I'm still losing big pots when they get there, but I suppose I just have to stick that in my back pocket and decide that that's just the way it works. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you never know the guy's on a flush draw, right? Obviously, you never know. But, you know. In general, I tend to play the style of poker where I would prefer to take I mean, this obviously isn't a 100% fast rule. And there are times when I think it's worth the risk, obviously. But generally speaking, I'm the kind of poker player that I would rather take the guaranteed pot now rather than risking chips on a potentially bigger pot later down the road, if that makes sense. If I have a chance to take the pot down now and secure a guaranteed number of chips into my stack, I'm going to do that. Sort of the same way I feel about deals for cash at the end of the table. If I can secure a solid cash, I'm going to do it. Even if I might be able to make more money by playing it out and winning, but to me, it's a better bet to guarantee yourself the money rather than to play for such a high variance. And I sort of take the same view when I'm actually playing hands at the table as well. If I can take the pot down on the flop, I'm almost never unhappy about that. Even if I know theoretically I might have gotten more value if I, just like check call, whatever. Doing the check raise on the flop or the turn for me is more of a is more the way I want to do it because I'd rather get it over with sooner with a guaranteed win than keep playing the odds, if that makes sense. I'm actually not a gambler, which is one of the reasons why I make a weird poker player, because I really am not a gambler. I don't think gambling for random odds is a really good thing to do with your money, and I don't think it's not something that I want to be doing with my money. I mean, you will never see me go play slot machines. You'll never really see me. I'm sure I've never played craps or roulette in a real world scenario before. I played it a couple of times in like company casinos and things like that when you're having like a charity thing, but not like real, not quote unquote real stakes. I do occasionally play blackjack, but again, that's blackjack is a game where if you know what you're doing, and the rest of the table knows what they're doing at the same time, it's a table game. It's not an individual game. But if everybody at the table knows what they're doing, you can collude to actually have a profitable night for most everyone at the table, most of the time. And it's not even generally frowned upon to collude that way on blackjack. The dealers will usually help you, especially if it's low stakes. I mean, if you're taking thousands of dollars from them, they're going to get a little pissed off at it probably eventually. But when you're playing low stakes blackjack, they're perfectly happy to sort of let you chat, and the dealers will actually help you with what to do and give you good advice, not advice that's gonna, not advice that's like bad advice. But yeah, so I'm absolutely not a gambler, and I play my poker the same way. I'd much rather take the guaranteed chips than gamble for a larger number of chips. Yes, there's I see Elrond's in the abyss as well. Elronism and who is Elrond are in the abyss. Elronism is not at the same table on me in the black hole anymore, but that doesn't mean they're still in the game. They've just moved to another table, obviously. I'm not seeing any other Elrond aliases in the black hole at the moment, other than Elronism and myself. But we've obviously got who is Elrond 66 in the Abyss Nano as well. Put in the raise here. I think we probably c-bet that as well. That's a texture that we should be hitting with our raises. I think we're going to double c-bet this. I think we're firing a third barrel. Glad we fired that third barrel. I'm pretty sure he folded a hand that paired there. I don't think our ace high was good. I'm 100% positive our ace high was no good there, actually. I think he hit an 8 on there, probably. Okay, probably got him to fold an 8 on that. Well, that's about the weakest fucking pair of kings I've ever seen in my life. It's not even top pair. Just get rid of those kings, just like that. Just gone. Just gone. No heart there. No heart, no ace there. We don't even have a bluff catcher. See what the flop brings for our ace queen. Backdoor diamonds and the gut shot. So I don't think we're going anywhere. Oh, we got who is Elron in the black hole now as well. So we got both Elrons in the black hole and the abyss now. So no more backdoor diamonds, but we still got the gut shot. So today's probably the last day I'm streaming for a week or so. Next week I'm in Calgary for a tournament series at Deerfoot Inn and Casino, where I will be doing live reporting for them. So you can follow that along on Facebook or whatever. You'll probably see me tweeting from time to time about various things as well. Although a lot of my tweeting next week will be via the Deerfoot Poker account as opposed to my own personal tweets. But we'll get some of my own personal tweets out there as well. So yeah, it's the Summer Superstack series. One of the 4 regular tournaments every year. Spring, summer, fall, and winter Superstacks. With the winter and summer being the 2 big ones, spring and fall being shorter 1-week things. So I'm basically there for 10 days now. I go tomorrow night, start working Friday, and working through to the following Sunday. So I'll be back again for a week or so after that, and then I'm off again for another week to go to Winnipeg. The Winnipeg's a shorter series. This one's 10 days in Deerfoot, and Winnipeg will only be 5 days, so it'll be a little shorter. I'm sure it'll happen, Ant-Man. I'm just dreaming of the day when I can fucking beat some of these other Elrons. They've been kicking my ass last few days when we've been getting up against them. So I'm a little frustrated by that. I should be able to beat all the fake Elrons. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna be at a point where Elrons fill all the available space in the universe here within days. I think if it keeps growing at the exponential rate that it's currently been growing. The entire universe is just gonna be Elrons all the way down. I mean, exactly. I mean, that's where we have to be headed, right? Everybody must always play as an Elrond alias. It's that's really where this is all headed. Yeah, it's just like Twitter wasn't quite good enough with only 140 characters, so now you can do 280. They need to have special dispensation for up to 24 character Elrond variations, I think. None of the other names need more than 12 characters, just the Elrons. I mean, because you're wasting five characters just to get the Elrond in there, right? So there should be some dispensation, at least 16 characters, if not 24, at least 16. Potentially interesting things developing on the Abyss table. As we flop the up and down draw, we turn the straight. It is, however, the low straight on a very fleshy board, but we're still going to not be going anywhere. We're going to put in the check raise here. Wow. I mean, we've still got straight. It's definitely not as good as it was, but there's no 7-jack out there very often. So, or sorry, 7-queen. Wow, I think I just bet that incorrectly. 8, 9, 10 jack. Oh yeah, geez, there any queen beats me there. Yeah, that was. I wasn't reading that hand properly. My board reading skills on that one were bad. I mean, it worked out. It wasn't like it was a. It wasn't like I lost chips on it, but it was not. That bet was not correct. We've just turned the nut flush on the black hole table. Toke already. Yes, that's a good point, actually, Ant-Man. That's actually very good. Once the Unicode gets in there, it'll be a lot easier. You're right. They'll just be able to do a single character for, like the Elron is a single, is like a single phoneme at that point, right? Elronzy Ponzi. Elron Shopper. Not Night Elron, Elron Shopper. So, I've been watching first season original Flintstones cartoons last little while. And I wasn't aware that they didn't always have the same opening for the show. It wasn't always the Meet the Flintstones song and him sliding down the tail of the Brontosaurus at the end of his work shift. The first season, at least, had a very Simpson-esque opening to it. Now, obviously, what that means is that the Simpsons opening is very Flintstone-esque, i.e., the very much tying back to the first season opening for the Flintstones. But what's interesting is that most people don't even, well, I don't know, maybe most people do, but I didn't even really recognize. Now that I see it, I recognize that I recall having seen it in the past, but it's absolutely not the opening credits that I associate with the Flintstones. The opening credits I associate with the Flintstones are the song Flintstones meet the Flintstones, it's a yabba dabba, that sort of stuff. And Fred Flintstone sliding down, the horn at the quarry going off, and Fred Flintstone yabba dabba doo and jumping out of his cab and sliding down the tail of the Brontosaurus to head home. It's a very different opening in the first season, and it's very interesting. Anyways, I thought so. It's worth checking out if you have a chance to watch some of the old original ones. It's worth checking out. Yeah. I think three, me plus two other Elrons is the most I've ever seen in a game. At the same table as me too, oftentimes. But yeah. Well, we went from our table overfloweth with Elrons to an Elron-less table, other than ourselves in the abyss. We are also on an Elrond-less table in the black hole now as well. So we have managed to get away from all the other Elrons for the time being in those tournaments. I am utterly awful at keyboard type instruments. There are other musical instruments that I am somewhat capable of playing. I was going to say I am. That am is not the right word to use. I was at one time in my life reasonably proficient at brass instruments of various kinds. I played most of the trumpet style instruments at one time or another. Played euphonium or baritone for many years as well. Played a tiny bit of tuba. Played a tiny bit of French horn. So basically, if it had three valves, and was made of brass, I've probably played it for some time. With trumpet and euphonium being the main ones. I at one point played the bass for a little while, bass guitar for a little while, and was reasonably good at that. Although my fingers are really, really, really short for a bass player, and it's a little bit tricky for me to actually play bass properly. I can't do wide enough fingering to be a really good bass player. But keyboard instruments like the piano, I've always been absolutely horrible at. Or even an Outrun 666. I'm surprised that hasn't popped up yet, actually, to be honest. Are there 4 now in the black hole? Wouldn't surprise me in the least. Let's have a quick look here. What do we got? Oh yeah, we got fake Elron 66 in the black hole now as well. So we have fake Elron 66. We have real Elron 66. That's me. Hello, folks. We have who is Elron 66 and Elronism all in. So there's 4, as many as 4 people playing Elron aliases now, folks. Oh, sorry, that's the abyss, not the black hole. So yeah, now 5. If there's an Elron with a bunch of N's, then that makes 5 at least people playing Elron aliases. Crazy. So that was the abyss. What about the black hole? In the black hole, we have who is Elron 66? Real Elron 66. Elron, as you see, that looks like it for the black hole. So there's including myself, now we have at least 5 people playing Elron aliases. I only saw 3 in the black hole, but in the end, but yeah, there's and they're not the same ones. It looks like there's 5 independent ones, unless the person playing as Elron in the black hole is possibly fake Elron in the abyss, because you can actually be playing. You could be playing 2 tournaments under 2 different names. That's certainly possible. You obviously can't be playing the same tournament under 2 different names, but you can. I can play the Abyss as Tangeli, and I can play the Black Hole as Real Elron without any problem at all, right? As long as I change my alias before I reg in the second one, it's perfectly easy to do that. So obviously, who is Elron 66 is one person, because they're in both of the tournaments. Definitely interesting. It's definitely an interesting situation. Yeah, at this point, I think there's 5 different. I think there's 5 different people, including me. So 4 others playing Elron aliases. Well, and actually, I know that there is a 5th other person playing an Elron alias too. We have not. I've not seen her on any of my tables yet, but Giggle Piglet told me in chat that she made Elron 69 as an alias. I have yet to play. I've yet to play against her though. As that alias. I actually don't even know any of her other aliases, so I don't know if I'm playing against her or not. The Elrons are definitely invading, though. So yeah, as I was saying, I won't be around for another week after this. This will be my last. This will be my last stream for a while again. Work, work, work. No rest for the wicked. Put in a raise in cutoff here. So we flop second pair. Definitely going to put in a c-bet here. He's going to have called with the ace some of the time, but not all the time. And he can easily call the flop without an ace just to try to take it away from us later as well. So I think we're going to put in 2 streets of value here. And of course, we're a genius because we knew the 9 was coming on the river. We absolutely 100% have the best hand down. We can keep putting value betting in. We were probably just checking back before the 9 came, but we're 100% value betting now. We're going to raise from the button here on the Abyss table. Pretty happy with top pair here, obviously. Just decides to donk into me. That's cool. Two pair now, but any king beats us. We're probably calling off. It's going to be gross when he has the king, but we're going to take him most of the time. It could well be the intention of all the other ailerons to put me off the game as well, for sure, 100%. I mean, I think it's got to be some sort of organized troll. I'm not entirely sure why or where it's coming from, but the fact that they're all using the same avatar is one of the things that makes me think that there's some sort of a coordinated effort going on. Alrighty, we got another break coming up, so I think we got some. I'm actually honestly not sure what commercials are coming up now, but there'll be some commercials coming up. So we'll be back in a few short minutes.
Nobody can connect you with more of this country than United Airlines. With low-cost vacations from Hawaii to the New York Islands, to the mountains, to the oceans, to the sunshine, and back again. That's why in the friendly skies we say, your land is our land.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me.
Bewitched has been brought to you by Clairol, creators of the exciting natural look in beauty, to help you discover your most exciting natural look.
If you own an electric hair setter, you can now get droop-proof curls like never before. With new Kindness heat-activated conditioner. Spray it on, roll it up, and the heat activates the protein conditioner to give you extra body. Helps your hair hold up through wind and rain and just plain living. The droop-proof curl. Get it with new Kindness heat-activated conditioner from Clairol. Fantastic.
The Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater is straight ahead. There it is now, Betty. Today's double feature. Have Gun Will Travel and Heckle and Jekyll. It looks terrific, Jimmy. Drive right in and park. Let me show you how it works. Switch on the projector, turn the film knob, and you'll see 6 exciting still features. Have Gun Will Travel and Heckle and Jekyll. Captain Kangaroo and Dinky Duck. Mighty Mouse and Farmer Alfalfa. Gollywog, clear, big pictures. This Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater has everything. 6 complete features. Its own giant screen, projection booth, marquee that changes, ticket window, and 6 beautiful cars. Be the first in your neighborhood to own and operate a Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater. Only $5.98 at your favorite toy store. Remember, every boy wants a Remco toy. And so do girls.
My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
Oscar Mayer, the first name in Bologna.
How's that?
What's behind the brand of hot dogs you buy? You know you're getting solid value with Oscar Mayer and quality trusted for generations. There's wholesome meat protein from solid cuts of meat. The only meat Oscar Mayer uses. U.S. government inspected. Oscar Mayer selected. Oscar Mayer wieners and beef franks in handy twin packs. The flavor's as good as the good meat itself. Oscar Mayer, America's #1.
Now, here is a corn lover, and there's nothing more gratifying to a corn lover than to know that her mother has given her delicious Del Monte family-style corn. More people eat it than any other corn like it. This is a special strain developed to be sweet and tender. And when a corn lover is eating Del Monte corn, she probably doesn't need to hear me talking about how good it is, right? Well, then I'm just going to go into the living room and talk about corn to the sofa.
Nothing's too good for Daddy and me. Mom brings Del Monte home.
Righty, so we had a brief little creepy interlude from Bill Cosby there at the end, which was it's unexpected how jarring that is when he just kind of pops up in old shit that I'm doing, but it happens fairly frequently actually, because he was like ubiquitous back in the day, right? And it's just funny how things change as the world goes on. It's really hard to hear his voice or see him anymore and not think about what's gone on since then. So interesting. So we put in a raise here with our ace queen. Suited. We got 2 callers behind us. We got a shove from Spurs. I think I'm making the call behind. So the question is, do I want to put in a bigger raise to clear out the rest of the tables here? I think I probably do, actually. Wow, oh, nice. Nice. I was about to whine and complain because he just got there, but we turned the better pair. That's cool. I must admit, I do find if I'm playing a game where there's Elrons on the table, I don't want to lose pots to the other Elrons. I don't want the other Elrons to take chips from me. It matters way more to me when it's other Elrons than it does when it's just a rando player for some reason. I need to get over that because that's gonna do damage to my game. But I've noticed it a few times where I'm just all right. I'm just gonna stick it in his face because his name's Elrond, right? It's I've noticed it a few times. You guys have probably noticed it as well in my commentary. So I need to be a little more cognizant of that fact. I do know it tilts me a little bit. No, I won't say it tilts me. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I would rather not give my chips away to another Elrond. Let me put it that way. So I think we're pretty much done with Reg. Yeah, we're done with Reg in the Abyss. So ends up with 30 euros and 60 cents in the prize pool, which is geez, almost a 50% increase over the guarantee, which is pretty decent. And there are 8 places getting paid. We are currently in 6th place. 37 people remaining. That's in the Abyss and in the Black Hole. Still lots of time left in late registration, so we won't even bother to look at the standings at this point. So I think I'm going to put in a raise from the button here with my 6s. And I want to make it pretty chunky, I think. So let's go 5x. 4x plus 1 for the limper. I have to think he raises a lot of his aces pre-flop rather than just limping there with his stack. I don't really know how he plays though, so that was just kind of a guess based on basic poker strategy there, which is what made me think my 6s would be good there for a bet. Yeah, I think most of the commercials we're going to get today will be in color as well. Yeah, no, for sure, man. You're right. It probably has tilt because it does tend to make me play suboptimally. I mean, it shouldn't matter. I obviously shouldn't want to give my chips away to anybody, but it shouldn't matter who I give my chips away to, frankly. Whether it's somebody with a name Elron or not, shouldn't make any difference to me. So yeah, that's a consideration that I definitely have to think about. We're putting the C-bet here. I think one more street. He's just insta-calling down. I think we're going to keep betting. See if we can't get him to... Wow. Wow. I mean, maybe I'm just really bad at the game, but I don't understand why you call, even in position. I don't understand why you call with a hand like that when the person with who doesn't play any pots has raised you in advance. You know, you're calling just because you think you're going to randomly hit one of your cards. Is that what you're doing? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the other, maybe other Elrons tilt as well when I beat them in pots. It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me if it pisses them off to give chips out to other Elrons either, frankly. Yeah, I mean, like I say, there could be like a fake Elrond rivalry going on, and I'm really wondering what people. I mean, there's got to be people at the tables that that don't look at Twitch at all, right? And they're just on these going, the fuck is. It almost makes me think, who is Elrond? Who is Elrond was the second other person I saw. Which is not that doesn't necessarily mean it was the second one created, but it was the second other person that I saw using an Elrond alias. So it almost made me think that they saw the first Elrond 66 alias. No, it was a third person because I'd seen Elrond 66, fake Elrond 66, and then who is Elrond 66. So it was almost like the who is Elrond 66 was somebody completely outside of the community who had seen three people playing with me plus two others playing with Elrond 66 in their names. Things like real Elrond 66, fake Elrond 66, Elrond 66. It was almost like they came out completely unawares with the who the hell is Elrond 66. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but it would almost seem like they were someone from outside of the community for sure that didn't know anything about it in advance. I mean, it strikes me that the people at Unibet have to be wondering what the fuck is going on with all the Elrond aliases. Although, with the number of players, I mean, it's not a huge number in the total pool of players. The only reason it's so prevalent to us is because I play in the games and I talk about it, and they end up on our stream. But I mean, if you're sitting in the Unibet offices, they probably have no clue that there's like a run on Elrond names at the moment. It's still not even close to a run, size wise. See if you can bet into me. I'll give him one more chance to bet into me. Pair of jacks on the best table. I'm pretty confident with my hand at this point. We do have the diamond draw for our backdoor needs if we need to, if he's hit the king, but I think we're going to be ahead here a lot of the time as well. I think even more of the time are we ahead now, and we've certainly got a bunch more outs, so I think we're just going to call it off here. I mean, even if he's got ace queen, we've still got outs to the flushes and to the full houses, so yeah, I think we're just calling it off. I will be starting to look at that one soon, guys. I don't think I'm going to play it today, but maybe when I come back from Calgary, I'll start looking at that anti-solar. I'm not sure I want to be donating to the Night Shopper and Ant-Man beer fund, though, which is what it seems like I'd be doing if I was playing the, well, actually the Night Shopper, Ant-Man, Piano Cat beer fund. I did enjoy the anti-only game that David ran in his Silly League. That was kind of fun. I still don't really have a good handle on how I'm supposed to play the games, though. It feels like yeah, I just don't have a really good handle on how you're supposed to play those. I guess it'll just take practice and just take playing it to feel it out. Just checking out a news story here. You guys probably it's probably hasn't been news anywhere but Canada, but there's been a bit of a manhunt in Canada for a couple of murder suspects who killed a bunch of kids who killed a couple of people and then went on a run into backwoods Canada. And they just discovered their bodies. So I'm just having a quick look at. And no real details on what happened, but they've been found dead. It's pretty brutal territory that they were trying to escape into. So it's no surprise that they didn't last. If there's people that spent their entire lives in that part of the world that can't survive it. Never mind somebody who just shows up there. It does seem weird that it's starting with so many, like with more than one table. So we got fake Elron on our Abyss table now. And we've got other Elrons on the Blackwall Nano table. Well, I have aces. And I think we're just going to assume he does not have diamonds. And this will set up for like a, I'm happy to call that off. Alrighty, we got a new table in the Abyss, where we will be getting a new table on the Abyss shortly. They are moving us now. So a ways to go before we're in the money, but we're getting there. 16 to go. 8 players getting paid in this one. Nice pair of queens here. We are once again on an Elron-less table. Bella Batty just shoves it back in our face, so I think we just got to call that off with queens. I don't really think we even need to slow roll them too much with that. And we flopped the full house, so we're flopped pretty good there. $22 people remaining in the tournament now. 14 to go until the money. What you scaredy cat about there, Piano Cat? What you scaredy cat about? Put in raise with my deuces. Put in a bet with my set. Let's see if they want to bet into us. Full house, they checked behind before, so we're going to try to get some value here. We're getting moved. So we're down to the final two tables now. We are second in chips. 9 people to go until we're in the money. And kings. Fake Elron's got a stack. Fake Elron is the only one with a bigger stack than real Elron. I'm trying not to let that tilt me. I'm doing my best not to let that tilt me. Hello, Hensy. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope your session went well today. If you were playing, we have got Elrons all over the place. Ah, yes, that's actually a good thing to be scared of. That's actually a very good thing to be scared of. Being scared of shoppers' skills is definitely worthwhile. We have a fistful of Elrons today, Hensy. We have got Elrons in both of the tournaments we're playing. We have got fake Elron 66 as the chip leader with us as second in chips in the Abyss Nano here. We've also got, whether they're still in or not, I'm not sure, but there was another one called Elronism in the Abyss. Down here in the Black Hole Nano, as you can see, we have got who is Elron 66 and Elron both sleeping on our Black Hole table. So it is like we've got a fistful of Elrons that we're playing against today. It's been the way it's been for the last little while. Fake Elron is taking chips, taking stacks, bringing us closer to the money. $14 remaining now, 6 to go until we're in the money in the Abyss. We are still sitting with a second chip stack. I'm doing my best, Piano Cat. I'm trying to stay zen. I'm trying to stay in the best Elronist tradition. I'm trying to stay zen and very level-headed in the moment here. Basically understanding that as the original Elron, like all of the Elrons ultimately are just manifestations of my goodwill anyways. So I can just be zen about the fact that basically all of those chips are mine anyways, because they all belong to Elron, and I'm Elron, right? So, we're good with that. Aha, I see. Well, hopefully your session will go well, my friend. We'll put in a raise maze jack. Get a call from the blind. Gonna keep putting the pressure on, I think. Put in the raise here. It's on the other table. We get called. We flop top pair. We take a few chips off of who is Elron 66. Elron chips are the best chips to have. Although, as I say, they all sort of belong to me anyways because, they're Elron's chips and I'm Elron. We're 4 away from the money now in the Abyss. There's 12 players remaining. We have the third place stack. Fake Elron has been moved to the other table. He is still the chip leader. We are the by far the chip leader at our table, though. We are out stacking both Elrons at our black hole table at the moment. Wow, we can walk. Put some value out there with my ace king. He doesn't have to be too strong in that spot all the time. Just trying to steal. Knows I fold a lot of my big blinds. Knows I'm not really a huge defender. I'm just going to give him this one. I'm going to put in a bet over top of this. I think we probably got a pretty good, although Margaret's been folding a lot with a small stack, so she's probably reasonably strong here. I think our King Jack's going to be in reasonably good shape against her range. And I like to isolate with the raise. You get called though. I'll check this back. We might do a delayed c-bet on the turn. Still not really a texture that I feel that comfortable c-betting on. I mean, he shouldn't be playing here without a pretty nutty hand. He doesn't necessarily have to have the nuts, but he shouldn't be trying to bluff me off this pot. Makes no sense, really, I don't think. Yeah. So we're down to 11 remaining here. 3 to go to the money. Of course, 2 to the final table. Not everyone at the final table is getting paid, though. The ninth place person in here will not take home any money. Only the top 8 players get paid in this one. We're going to be on the final table, a bubble here real quick with 91 CRS in there. Going to be all in here pretty quick sometime this next round. I'm not sure I know what you mean, Hansi. What free rolls and what do you mean by moving on up? Is that the mission this month? I haven't even looked at my mission this month at all, actually, to be honest. I'm terrible at that. I don't do the missions because mostly I only play tournaments. I don't really play cash or Hexapro or sit and goes much on here. Oh, well, I guess we're never calling with 6-9 here, but it'd be just interesting to see what's here. Basically leaves. Oh, so we're on the final table now. 3 of 9. We are 1 away from the money in the abyss. Oh no, we're in the money now in the abyss. We're down to 8 players remaining. Cool. So we have cashed in the abyss. Hello, Mike. Welcome to you as well. The Elrons, they are aplenty today. Just busted the black hole. Yeah, I'll buy a second bullet in the black hole. We'll see what we got. Let's make sure that we record our second bullet in the black hole. Mikey, good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. Always glad you're here. Always glad everybody's here. Nice to see everybody here. I am, of course, in the process of rolling a joint, as well as playing the game. This fine game of poker. We are in the money in the Abyss Nano with the 4th place chip stack, with fake Elron having the biggest chip stack in this tournament at the moment. Currently, only the two Elrons on this final table. Real Elron 66 and fake Elron 66. However, we have 2 more Elrons down here in the black hole as well. So it's like a fistful of Elrons today, for sure. Thank you for grabbing that piano cat. Hence, he should be allowed to... Aha! Cool. I'll have to have a look. Thank you. We've definitely got a fistful of ailerons going on here. Ailerons to the left of me, ailerons to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle again. Although today I don't have ailerons to the left of me and ailerons to the right. I did have that situation the other day. I was like smack in the middle of two fake ailerons. Yeah, we might be done our second bullet in the black hole here. We'll go back up to the abyss where we have ace 10 on the button. I'm going to put in a raise with that for sure. Probably call off action, which said we get insta folds. I'm okay with that. As I said, I'm okay with taking the pot down now rather than risking not taking it down later. We have another break coming up, ladies and gentlemen, and cats and other non-gender identifying creatures out there. So let's go see what we got lined up for some commercials for everybody. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Almond Joy's got real milk chocolate, coconut and munchy nuts too. Mounds got deep dark chocolate and chewy coconut. Ooh. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Peter Paul, Almond Joy's got nuts, Peter Paul, Mounds don't. Because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Danny, sounds like you've accidentally invented a thermochemical energy source.
The scientific wonder becomes a nightmare.
Someone's walking around with enough explosive to turn the city into a pancake.
A power that could mark the beginning of the end for the $6 million man. America's classic thrillers come to life. The Hardy Boys' Nancy Drew Mysteries. An adventure into suspense.
There's got to be a way out of here.
You used to go with her?
Forget that.
Oh, Professor, do ghosts leave footprints?
The adventures of America's favorite young detectives come to television.
Follow that ghost.
The Hardy Boys' Nancy Drew Mysteries.
It's happening all around the house, right about now.
I'd like a Triscuit.
I'd like a Triscuit.
I'd like a Triscuit. I know my family, and when they'd like a snack, they'd like a Triscuit wafer.
Great with cheese.
Or with a dip.
Neat with jam. Or just by themselves. And they really are good. Triscuit wafers, they're made from 100% natural whole wheat. And that's good, too.
A Triscuit, baked only by Nabisco.
There's one thing that Pete would just as soon eat every day of his life. He really goes for those noodles, so I give him the Campbell life.
Pete's idea of the perfect lunch is any lunch with Campbell's Chicken Noodle-O Soup. There's lots of chickeny flavor and little round noodles for him, but not a lot of work for me.
That's noodle-okay.
Give me the Campbell life.
It's the first show of the new year, and the Captain and Tennille do it right. With their guests Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr., John Biner, Muhammad Ali, and Joe Namath. It's the new 1977 Captain and Tennille.
You are the apple of my eye, yeah. Forever you...
Come on, be a golden day.
Let's eat.
Oh, those golden grahams. Oh, those golden grahams. Crispy, crunchy graham cereal, family breakfast treat. Oh, those golden grahams. Oh, those golden grahams. Golden honey, just a touch with Graham's golden wheat.
It's a great tasting part of a complete breakfast for the whole family.
Try those golden grahams and have a golden day.
Introducing the Kodak Instant Camera with a twist. Meet the Crank.
Can you feel a brand new day?
Imagine instant pictures with color. Color by Kodak. Just crank, 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 and in minutes you get bright, colorful, instant pictures with a textured satin luxe finish. See your photo dealer and shake hands with the Crank, the Kodak Instant Camera with a twist.
What you're about to see is the world's most revolutionary telephone switching invention. We call it Super Switcher. It has almost no moving parts, yet handles 4 times more calls than its predecessor. It required an investment of $400 million, but should ultimately save $1 billion a year. And soon, every major American area will have one. Looks dull, eh?
Well, imagine that each of these cars is a long-distance call. This new invention can handle over 500,000 an hour. That's 5 days' traffic on a busy Los Angeles freeway. Super Switcher. It should go a long distance to prevent traffic jams on your long-distance calls.
The Bell System. People using technology to help keep down costs and improve service. Keeping your phone system the best in the world.
And we are back after a truly wonderful set of ads. We get Steve Austin, Lee Majors, with his pencil mustache from the 70s, which is just oh so perfect. We get the Hardy Boys Nancy Drew promo, which is equally oh so perfect. And then at the end we get that lovely little breathlessly futuristic talk about a telephone exchange that is hopelessly outdated these days. And you know, is the sort of thing that's done on a computer chip these days. That said, back in this time, that was a pretty astonishingly powerful computerized exchange. Ah, yes, Captain and Tennille. Alrighty, so we're six-handed in the. I'm all in the black hole, 8-9, blind on blind, get called by the ace. we don't hold. So we are done. We're not going to buy in the third time in the black hole. We're done in the black hole. We are, however, going to put in a bet in the abyss here. Down to our final game, just here in the abyss. We are basically 4 of 6 at the moment, right on the verge, right on the cusp of 4th and 5th. We're pretty much the same here with Milkman. I mean, I think I'm supposed to shove that 8-9 with like 12 big blinds there in the black hole, Nano. If I'm not, let me know. But I'm sure I'm supposed to shove that when it goes blind on blind, and it comes to me. I'm sure I'm supposed to be shoving 8-9 suited there. Well, that's definitely not a terrible flop for us. We're not going to hit anything. Be nice to have a couple of clubs on there instead of a couple of diamonds, but otherwise it's a pretty decent spot for us to be in. Fake Elrond stacking chips. Yeah, I mean, I think his calling range is relatively tight against me, although he is a player that yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I think he's obviously going to be calling anything that he has an ace with, but I actually don't think he's calling that wide of a range against me. I don't think we're going anywhere with our flush draw. Yeah, that makes sense, Hansy. That makes good sense. Well, our draw doesn't get there. We can't call. We could put in a raise here. I think he's going to have the ace. Reasonable amount of the time, though, so. Or the queen. There's 6 remaining now in the abyss, and fake Elrond's just shoving his chips in the middle for a billion big blinds. Wow. Wow. Wow, fake Elrond just gave up a whole bunch of his chips for no reason. That's definitely a fake Elrond, because real Elrond never lamps in 50 big blinds for with King Jack under the gun there. That just makes no sense whatsoever. Like, that just makes 0 sense to me. But then I'm not fake Elrond, so, you know, I can't possibly think the way fake Elrond thinks. Just watching the hand where I flopped a diamond draw with 4-7 of diamonds. I should put in a raise on the flop on that one, instead of just calling. Yeah, I think he's mostly tighter. I think he's mostly a little tighter on that one. Well, that's an interesting race. I'm really sure what you really sure what you make that bet with, frankly. You're down to 5 players remaining. Guaranteed 233 now. Hey, Visracian. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yes, we are back. There are ailerons all over the fucking place now. I had to jump in and capture real aileron 66 before somebody else grabbed that one. We got more ailerons than we know what to do with now. In fact, we're playing against fake aileron in the abyss as we speak. Our 2 pairs good a lot. He has a diamond sometimes too, but yes, I think you're right. It must have been the moon. We never really knew what was going to happen when we got to the moon. Guess now we know. You get the proliferation of ailerons, which seems to be accelerating exponentially to the point where we might actually be in a catastrophic aileron cascade, where eventually all the volume in the universe is just filled up with ailerons, and that would be a kind of a horrible way for the universe to die, I think. But yeah, the ailerons from outer space. I actually watched a YouTube thing last night with David Tennant doing a silly Doctor Who crossover sketch with the Muppets doing Pigs in Space. So we could do Elron in space. Elron in space. I wonder if there's a pig avatar on here. Pigs in space might be a fun alias. Ooh, fake Elron's getting a chip shoved back in his face. Well, that's a chunky 4x bet there, Great Master 2. Yeah. Oh, we would have hit top pair here. Oof. Boom, and fake Elron is done for the day. We are down to 4 players remaining now. Guaranteed 332. So we did manage to finish one of these tournaments ahead of all of the other Elrons. There was at least one other Elron in this tournament. Who is Elron? I think was the other one in this tournament. Oh, just a flush. Could be one of those flush over flush hands where we're just dead, but I mean, I can't fold, right? I can't fucking fold a flush here just because, so we're there. Wow. Glad he didn't have a. I'm glad he didn't have a diamond in his hand. Elrond's in space. Yes, that would be that could be good. And I mean, we do have the theme for it, right? Mothership and all that. Gives us a gut shot. There's only one of the other Elrons that I'm certain who it is. That's person playing Elron 69 alias is Giggle Piglet. But I don't actually know who the other Elrons are, to be perfectly honest with you. Nobody has quite fessed up to being any of the other Elrons yet. But yes, I do appreciate the comment, Evisceration. I really do. Backdoor hearts. Not much else going on for us with this. There you get out of the way. Just backdoors. I'm glad to have you guys around. I'm lucky to have such a nice community. Everybody who comes here is. I don't think we've actually had anybody who's just come here to make trouble or whatever, which is nice. I like that. You know, it's cool. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. But yeah, I mean, being it's not difficult to be nice to people, and it really does make your life experience better. You know. Oh, Red King's got the check raise bug going, or the raise bug going there against Posy for Ninja. Yeah, I think expecting me to get a clue is probably asking too much, but we could try. Oh, excuse me. Boom! That was actually exactly what I had in mind when I did that. I shove there. Red King calls me lighter than he should, and we hold. That was literally exactly what I had in mind for that hand. It's always nice when a plan comes together like that. Especially in poker, because you can lay plans in poker and then it just doesn't work out, right? There's nothing you can do about it. So it's nice when it actually does work out. Yes, I'm actually I can't play that way. I can try, but I just can't. I just can't play those crazy papa ways. Alrighty, we are three-handed. It is very poor training grounds. We are three-handed in the abyss. Basically two-handed because we're going to be Greta's or Great Master's going to be done here real quick. Guaranteed 465, but we're going to be guaranteed heads up prize here pretty quick. What's stupid is if he shoves here, if he shoved there, I can't call, right? I literally can't call if he shoves there. The Great Master's still alive. We are in the chip lead now. Okay, guys. I don't know why you're raising there. I really don't know why Posy for Ninja was raising there. We're heads up now. With me on the chip lead. So we're guaranteed 664 with 930 up top. Doesn't have to have the queen. Of course, he could have the queen. Could have spades. Queen X of spades is a reasonable hand for him to do this with. Queen 5. Come on, hearts! Boom! Fucking gets there on the river, Jesus. Nice. Yeah, it's the first walk he's given me on that previous hand. Alrighty, Evis, thank you for popping by. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Love having you here, my friend. Come back anytime, buddy. Can't seem to get anything happening here in the here in this one. Heads up. I mean, we're staying alive, but that's about all we can do. I am the last Elron standing in this one. Well, no matter what happens, we're making a profit today anyways. 4, 5, 6, 7, come on. No, we don't get there. Alrighty, so we come second. It's like our second in the abyss in a week or so. 664, let's put that in our 6.64 for second. Yeah, we got second in the abyss on August 2nd, so 5 days ago, last Friday, I guess it would be. So yeah, so that gives us a small profit on the day. Nothing huge, but we're at least above our buy-in total. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. It's been good. We had a good turnout today. Everybody was wonderful. Always like to see everybody here. Like to see some of the faces that we haven't seen in a while as well, like Evis coming out. It was great to see him again. So thanks for hanging with me, folks. I'm gonna bring this mothership in for a landing, I think, and we'll be like I said, we'll be away for the next week. So she'll be on the ground until let me bring up my calendar here. So I guess my first stream back, I'm almost certainly not going to be streaming on the 19th, Monday, because I'll be driving back from Calgary that day. So my first stream back is probably going to be the 21st of August, on Wednesday the 21st. So 2 weeks from today will be my next stream. So thank you for hanging out, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time, my friends. Elron out. For more vintage poker content from Mothership Poker, click the subscribe button and check out the playlists for all of our old archived content, as well as the ads-only cut from some of the early streams.